It seems as if everyone in the first world gives the US a bad rap. The land of the free that claims to be the greatest country in the world, yet ranks a top spot for everything except good categories. When we measure our happiness, we see that we only rank 18th in the world, according to the World Happiness Index. While we continue to have the largest economy today, we are still one of the most financially unequal nations when being compared to other affluent powers. When compared to other countries in the first world, the World Health Organization and the OECD reports that we rank dead last for healthcare. Crime continues to be on the rise, while hourly wages continue to remain stagnant. In modern politics, it seems that there can be no solution to such issues. We can only hope it gets better, while our citizens continue to turn a blind eye. But as I continue to observe the data, a constant trend suggests there was one continent that had gotten it right: Europe. Yes, that is correct. This one continent isn't just known for its delicious food and rich history, but also its continuous prosperity. And as Europe continues to live on, many people continue to wonder, where did we go wrong? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a question we can figure out with a little factor called values. Whether it be federal or local, values are what make up different nations and societies. We always see politicians talking about American values. But as seen and demonstrated, American values aren't so American after all. One of these types of values that can be considered relevant to this conversation would be the idea of governmental principles. This includes how the government operates and how it provides our resources. In Europe, you mainly see the government provide welfare and aid for everyone. Whether it be in the form of single-payer healthcare, tuition-free college, or paid vacation time, Europe puts a lot of its budget into welfare. And although people may be thinking, that's impossible, it will bloat our budget and shove us into even more debt. A study from the Cato Institute states that not only will Medicare for All save us $2 trillion in the next 10 years, another study from the University of Massachusetts Amherst says it will also save the average family around $5,000 a year. Tuition-free college is no different, as it was found to cost $80 billion yearly, which can be paid by financial transaction tax on bankers and the wealthy. That, as sourced by the Economic Policy Institute, can generate over $300 billion yearly. Financial stability of their citizens is also crucial when it comes to creating a healthy economy. Governments offer many services for every individual, including people who are going through poverty, homelessness, and debt. And as it turns out, we are the only first world country with the lowest paid vacation time hours or maternity leave. There have been countless examples of these social democracies working for the greater good of their people. But as the US, although first world, still chooses to go the wrong route that fuels this mess. But legal principles aren't the only thing that puts these countries on top of us. Local values are also important when it comes to financial stability and the key to happiness. Here in the US, we see millions of customers going through bustling streets, pushing and shoving, looking online everywhere to guess what? A job? Food? A great housing deal? Nope. The latest iPhone, the newest TV, or the most modern computer. According to the US Department of Commerce, it states that since 1982, Americans' personal savings rate have dropped from 11% to below zero. Personal bankruptcy filings have reached record highs, with loan debt being a massive problem among Americans. But as I see it, European citizens don't care about expensive items and vacations, but instead try to be frugal. They care about their community and participation to create a better world. They care about saving their money and buying locally instead of big, expensive stores. For example, an economist from Forbes, Dennis Mitzner, states that in Sweden, a recent retail report shows that many citizens of Sweden prefer to buy from local brands that are less expensive. And while Amazon and Apple tried to sell their products there too, they failed to open their flagship store in downtown Stockholm. Another example would be Germany. The European Central Bank reported that 80% of Germans pay in cash instead of credit cards as a way to avoid credit card debt. Many Europeans know that you don't need a large number of items to make you happy, but rather have family, community, and basic needs. To wrap up, values are what make a values are what make a difference in how a country is run and how well it does. And as it's always been seen, compassion and care for all citizens make a country thrive. Although this may not be the only reason why Europe runs so smoothly, both economically and socially, it is a huge factor. Now, America must either choose: snooze away as our country dwindles into disparity, or to wake up and fight for the real American dream. Thank you.